Hello everyone, welcome back to Spar&Brawl. Hope you're having a decent day. As always, I'm joined by my co-host Sam, and Erdogan seems to have made some relatively controversial comments regarding Ukraine. Let's not forget Ukraine was one of the biggest crises in a way that hit the Obama administration towards the end of his time. We haven't heard about it much since. But yeah, Sam, what are these controversial comments that Erdogan just made over the weekend?
Well, hello everyone. Uh, Interestingly, I don't think they're as controversial as they're described, but he clearly basically took the side of Ukraine in the Ukrainian-Russian conflict that is ongoing on the eastern border of Ukraine or the western border of Russia, whichever way you want to describe that part of the world. But interesting, he described that he's worried about the escalation of the situation and the military buildup near the eastern. He called basically for end to worrying developments in eastern Ukraine, the parts that are in control of Russia. And recently, America has accused Russia of uh, amassing more troops on the Ukraine's eastern border than any time since 2014, when it annexed Crimea from Ukraine and backed the separatists in Donbass. So it seems that Erdogan basically uh, has made a clear comment that is signaling his siding with the U.S. there. This is coming at this is in continuation of him basically, venturing into Russia's territory in Caucasus in a way, because Caucasus was always seen as an area that is very much in Russia's control and Russia's domain, Russia's backyard, whatever you want to call that, in a very imperialistic way, by the way. But during the Azerbaijani-Armenian war over Nagorno-Karabakh, Turkey clearly took a side and has clearly made some progress in political influence in the region. It seems that they are doing a similar sort of thing with Ukraine. Basically, there was a press conference with the Ukrainian leader Zelensky, and in that he said that he's ready. Uh, Let me read the exact quote from Erdogan. "We hope for the worrying escalation observed on the field recently to end as soon as possible, the ceasefire to continue, and for the conflict to be resolved via dialogue on the basis of the Minsk agreement. And he also added, we are ready to provide any support necessary for this," which was basically described by BBC and others as Turkey signaling its readiness to support military, perhaps support to Ukraine. By the way, the Minsk agreement is a peace that was reached it's a peace deal basically that it was reached following the unrest in the eastern Ukraine between Ukraine and the Crimea situation, and it's Germany, France, and other European powers oversee that truce basically taking place. Another thing that clearly signaled Turkey's intention of taking Ukraine's side on the issue was the fact that uh, uh, he also said that Turkey still does not recognizes Russia's annexation of Crimea. So
Oh
he,
wow.
yeah, well, most nations don't, and it's not surprising. But him mentioning it is sort of, sends a clear signal. Although this, I mean, first of all, it was described as Turkey sort of criticizing Russia's build-up. It's more expressing worry than criticizing, and I think Erdogan is trying to basically, test the waters and see what will be the Russia's response to a very, very mild comment of his. I don't think Ukraine is, that similar to Caucasus in terms like Turkey had a major historical and cultural legacy in the Caucasus, but I don't think they have as much in Ukraine. So I think it's more of a talk. And I doubt Erdogan is very serious about, supporting Ukraine, because this is where basically Russia and America are sort of struggling against each other. So I don't think they will allow any space for Turkey.